Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 104 of What's That Pepper series. Today I have a very interesting variety that I created myself, and this is the Super Pequin. And I believe this one is I think an F4. I have it all written down, but I just don't put it on the label because it keeps rubbing off. Anyway, the Super Pequin was created a few seasons back using the original Pequin as the parent plant, and then the pollen came from the Starr hornet. So each year I grow these, they get a little bit bigger. The previous years they're usually this size here, and then the current season right now they're getting a little bit bigger. So I took the seeds from these, and I'm growing a few right now. So we'll see how that turns out. It's so hot right now that some of the plants are stressing, so it kind of dropped all of the flowers. But I think they're producing some pods. So these things have really interesting shapes. Some has like little mini bonnet shapes, and some has like a kind of like a bullet shape. This very similar to my Yucatan white hab, except they're not white. So I do have that plant growing as well. So maybe we'll look at that in the future. So let's go take a look at the plant, and then we'll come back, pick a few pods, cut it open and show you, and then we'll try it. Alright guys, here it is. This is the Super Pequin, and the plant is not looking very healthy and that is because I'm actually doing some stress tests with these plants over here. You should never grow your plants on concrete because the concrete kind of like gives up a lot of heat, and when it does that, it heat up the roots of your plant and it will cause the plant to stress. So these here are just for stress testing, so that is why they're not looking very good. They should be very nice and lush and green, but just for the test, that's what I'm doing over here. But anyway, this plant produced a ton of pods, but the birds keep coming by and eating it. You see here? See, only the stems are left, because anytime it turns orange to a red color, see, the birds just come and just eat all of them. And so I usually come out here, and if I see them change color a little bit, like this here, I pick them before the birds get to them. So today we have, see, a few, but yeah, see that the birds keep eating everything. So we are going to pick this one here, and we're going to try that. I have a few red ones inside, but I actually prefer the green kind. So these are really interesting variety. They're very spicy, and they have very inconsistent shape right now. Sometimes they look like this. This is almost like a mini habanero. Sometimes they look like Scotch bonnet, and I'll show you the different shapes in a bit. But see, I'll pick this one too before the birds get to them. So let's take these inside, and I will show you what they look like. And as a sneak peek, I'm gonna show you what some of the other things that are coming up on that What's That Pepper video. Here we have one Texas Crimson Bonnet, but this one is a chocolate version. And my Star Scream here, I think this is a F3 or 4. But look at the beautiful pods. They're coming out right here. See those clusters? And then by popular demand, we are going to do this one coming up. And this is the white tie versus the Khang Starr white tie. So that would be coming up. Alright, let's go inside and test the Super Pequin. Okay, here is a closer look at all of the different variations of the shapes. So a lot of them would look like this. They're kind of like a mini habanero kind of shape, like a bullet habanero. See, these are the bigger ones, or maybe Scotch bonnet, I would say. And then the mini ones, see, these are like mini Scotch bonnets. Look at those. So a bunch of them look like that. So the shapes are like all over the place because they're not in the final generation. So this is still very early. This, I think these might have been F4 or 5. So it's still very early. So you see, half are like Scotch bonnet shaped, the mini Scotch bonnet shapes, and then the other half are like kind of like habanero, bullet habanero shapes. But these are very interesting because I mean they look kind of cool because the shapes are just like a mini Scotch bonnet, which is really interesting, and they're bite sized, but they're like crazy, like little dynamites. So I like them usually around this stage because they're nice and crunchy and firm, and you get some really good heat and flavor out of them. And then once they get to this side, they fall off the stem so easily. That's why the birds love them, because all they have to do is just peck at it and it'll fall off. So when I pick these, I had to pick them when they're green, because if I don't do that, the birds will come and eat them all. So these have been the green ones. And on top of that, even with this size right here, we may get like 1 or 2 seeds. So I will show that to you right now. Let's cut it open. Okay, have my gloves ready because these things are no joke. So we are going to cut this open so you can see. I'll cut the green one as well. You see how easy it fall off? It's just like that. It just falls right off. That's why it's easy for the birds to just eat them. And it's very soft now because that's how this variety is. So here's the red one. Oh, this one has a good amount of seeds. I'm very lucky. So let's have a smell at this one. Yep, smells just like a Scotch bonnet. Kind of like sweet, but has that heat in there. Okay, we'll leave that aside. Let's cut this one open and see there any seeds. I need to collect some of these because people have been asking for the seeds. You see, this one, half of it didn't have any. And then this one here, there's 1 seed, or maybe 2 or 3, but that's how few the seeds are. So it's very difficult for me to collect a ton of seeds to send out to people. Okay, so let's cut this green one open as well, because we're going to try these. See, the green one's much better because when you try to pull the stem off, it's still pretty tough. See how crunchy that is? And guys, I do read the comments, and you guys hated that I cut the peppers on the plate. I'm trying to find a cutting board, so in the future I will have a cutting board so it doesn't make that crazy sound that everybody hates. So I apologize for those that don't like it. You see? So there is a seed right there, and 3 seeds total for that. The green one actually smells a lot better. It has a tropical scent to them. Okay, so let's try this out. Okay, here we are. Super Pequin F4, I believe. So we're going to try the green ones because they're the more crunchy and has a kind of like a more tropical scent to them. Maybe we'll try both if they don't destroy me. Really nice aroma. Has the heat fume, but it does have a tropical scent. Very pleasant to it. Doesn't smell like a pepper. Okay, so let's smell the red one. The red one has a kind of like a faint sweetness to the smell. Really nice aroma when you sniff it, but it's not as strong as the green ones. I'm putting it all right up to my nose. Okay, so really nice scent to them. For a small pod, the red one kind of has like a thicker wall, but they get a little bit mushy once they become all red. It's very interesting. They're almost like it melts in your mouth as the red one. So I guess maybe that's why the birds like them. It's easy to chew. The inside is soft, but the skin is a little tough, so you're gonna kind of like chew it and then spit out the skin like tomatoes. I like them at the greener stage because I love the crunch, the nice strong aroma, and a little bit of the flavor. But the red one are excellent for hot sauce, but you gotta have like 1,000 of them to make a hot sauce. So anyway, let's give it a try. Wow. Heat immediately. It has a little bit of a citrus lime taste to it. When you bite into it, there's a little drop that burst out. Now my mouth is like on fire. Very good flavor. Nice and sweet. The citrus kick. Kind of like that limey taste. And then very nice texture. I really like the texture of the green one. Decent heat. So I bit half of the half. And it's giving me like warm chest and everything. I really like the flavor on that. These are so good, guys. The reason for that is because they're like bite size. So I love eating peppers with my meal. So for these little ones here, every time I enjoy a meal, I'll go outside and pick like 4 or 5 of them, and I'll just pop them in my mouth as I eat my meal with them. The bigger one would like take 2 bites, but the smaller one, you just pop it in. It gives you like a nice kick, kind of like enhance the food flavor, and then also bring some sweat. Get some whiskey chest here. The heat is still there. My mouth has a kind of like a burn. It's a throat burn, not too much of a tongue burn. Okay, so let's go ahead and try the red one too. The red one is much more mushy. Much sweeter. The heat is crazy. I think it's because it's still hot, and then I ate some more. So you see how I kind of have to pull it? Because the skin, the texture of the red one, it has a rough texture, but the inside is very mushy. So as I mentioned, you kind of like, you can chew it and spit out the skin, because as they get red, they get really tough. Wow. Whew. My throat is on fire right now. Now this is not nowhere super hot level. Maybe like the upper level Thai pepper, like the white Thai. Those are not, those are no joke. They're hotter than most Thai pepper because they have a lot of liquid. So the liquid will hit the throat area and it just burns like crazy. Whew. I'm telling you, these are like tiny dynamite. They're bite-sized dynamite is what I call them. Wow. My throat is just like grabbing on right here. This part. Yeah, guys, don't eat peppers on an empty stomach. I had one donut earlier this morning, and that was it. I ate oh, what was it? Man, I forgot. Like this pepper high is just like amazing. It makes you forget things. The Stargazer, yes. One time I ate the Stargazer in the morning as a review. Man, I was on my stomach. I was on the ground for like 15 minutes. Stomach cramps. Yep, so the heat is kind of dying down right now. But yeah, you see, the people that love peppers, you eat it, you struggle, you swear you're never gonna eat it again, and then once the heat is gone, you eat it again. So I have a, you know, that tingling feeling in my tongue, kind of like in my fingers too. It's kind of like a really neat feeling when you eat like super hot peppers. Your whole body tingles. You almost got like a capsaicin high. That's what people call it. But anyway, yeah, that is it. Super Pequin, bite-sized dynamite. They're excellent to eat with your food. To make some hot sauce, but you know you're gonna have to have a ton. When they're green, they're really good to eat. Just chew on them. When they're red, you can bite on them and spit out the skin. They're great in salsa. Just drop a bunch into anything you eat and you're all set. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy that. I'm gonna try to collect as much seeds as possible. I usually give them out to people on Pepper Lovers community, and then they will grow it and then give it to more people. So join us, Pepper Lovers, on Facebook, and also follow me on Instagram. I post there first because it's really fast and easy. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.